It was a chilly November morning when Anna woke to the silence of an empty crib. Her 3-year-old daughter, Sophia, whom she had kissed goodnight only hours earlier, was gone. The small window in the child's room was slightly ajar, the curtains fluttering like pale ghosts in the dawn light. Panic consumed her. She screamed, tore through the apartment, and ran outside barefoot, searching the streets. But there was nothing, no sound, no trace. Neighbors came out, confused and curious, some trying to comfort her while others whispered. Within minutes, the police arrived. They asked questions, looked around the apartment, and dusted for fingerprints. But Anna already suspected who had taken Sophia. It was Mark, her ex-partner, Sophia's father. Mark had always been unpredictable, charming at times, violent at others. Their relationship had ended in chaos a year earlier, after Anna finally gathered the courage to leave him. He had threatened her, swearing that if she ever kept Sophia from him, he would make sure she never saw their daughter again. The court had restricted his custody rights because of his unstable behavior, but Mark was clever, manipulative, and resourceful. The investigation moved quickly at first. Witnesses reported seeing a dark car parked near Anna's building the night before. One old woman swore she saw Mark carrying a small bundle into the car. A border control checkpoint later confirmed that Mark's passport had been scanned at the airport. He and Sophia had boarded an early flight to Germany. Anna felt both relief, because her suspicion was correct, and despair, because she knew what it meant. Germany was only the first stop. Mark had relatives in several countries and money hidden away. He could disappear with Sophia anywhere. Interpol was notified. Warrants were issued. Anna was told to wait. Days turned into weeks, weeks into months. Each time the phone rang, she prayed it was the police calling with good news. Each time it wasn't, her heart broke a little more. After a year, the case was quietly closed. The authorities had no further leads. Anna begged, wrote letters, stood outside government offices with photos of her daughter. She gave interviews to local newspapers, holding on to hope that someone, somewhere, had seen Sophia. But the years passed. Her friends advised her to move on, to rebuild her life. Her own mother told her that she needed to let go before grief destroyed her completely. But Anna never let go. She carried Sophia's picture in her wallet everywhere she went. On birthdays, she baked a small cake and lit a candle, singing softly to the daughter she could not hold. She imagined Sophia growing older, first day of school, teenage years, adulthood, but always through a fog of uncertainty. Did Sophia remember her? Was she safe? Or had Mark poisoned her against the mother who loved her? 20 years later, Anna was working at a small library in London. She had moved there for a quieter life, away from the shadows of her past, but her heart never healed. On an ordinary afternoon, while sorting books in the psychology section, she looked up and froze. Across the aisle, a young woman stood with a book in her hand. She had long dark hair and a familiar curve of the jawline. Her eyes, those green eyes, were unmistakable. Anna's breath caught in her throat. It was Sophia. The book slipped from Anna's trembling hands and fell to the floor with a dull thud. The young woman turned at the sound, their eyes meeting. For a moment, the world stopped. Neither spoke. Then, Sophia frowned slightly, confused by the stranger staring at her. "Can I help you?" she asked politely, her accent foreign but her voice achingly familiar. Anna felt her knees weaken. She wanted to scream, to run, to embrace her child. But something in Sophia's expression, cool, guarded, told her that the reunion would not be simple. Anna's heart pounded as she struggled to keep her composure. She wanted to say it outright. "You're my daughter. I've been searching for you for 20 years, but instinct stopped her." She remembered how dangerous Mark had been. If Sophia had been raised by him, what stories had she been told? What lies had poisoned her? Anna forced a shaky smile. "No, I just thought you looked familiar," she whispered. The young woman tilted her head curiously. "Maybe. I've lived here only a year. I'm Sophia." The name hit Anna like a lightning strike. She barely managed to nod, swallowing the lump in her throat. "Beautiful name," she murmured, fighting back tears. Sophia returned the book to the shelf. "Well, I should go. Nice to meet you." Anna panicked as she watched her daughter walk away. She couldn't lose her again, not now. She rushed out from behind the desk and called after her. "Wait." Sophia turned, startled. "Yes." Anna hesitated, then chose her words carefully. I'm hosting a small reading group here tomorrow evening. Maybe you'd like to join? It's casual, tea and books. A chance to meet new people. Sophia studied her for a moment, cautious but polite. Then she nodded. All right, why not? That night, Anna barely slept. She sat at her kitchen table staring at the faded photograph she had carried for 2 decades, Sophia at 3 years old, smiling with cake on her cheeks. Tomorrow, she would see her again. But the question haunted her, what does she know? The following evening, Sophia came. She was poised, elegant, carrying herself with quiet confidence. She introduced herself to the small group, mentioning she had grown up abroad and had recently moved to London to work in international finance. Her tone was smooth, almost rehearsed. Anna listened intently, trying to piece together the missing years. Germany, then Switzerland, then the United States. Mark had dragged Sophia across borders, making her grow up without roots. He had kept her hidden, Anna realized, always one step ahead of authorities. After the meeting, Anna offered Sophia tea privately. They sat near the window, the city lights glowing beyond. For a long time, Anna simply stared, memorizing every detail of her daughter's face. You said you lived in many countries, Anna began gently. That must have been hard. Sophia's smile was thin. It taught me independence. My father wanted me to see the world. The word father stung. And your mother? Anna asked cautiously. Something flickered in Sophia's eyes, an almost imperceptible tension. She left us. When I was little, my father never spoke much about her, only that she didn't care. Anna's breath caught. She wanted to scream the truth, but fear kept her silent. Mark had stolen more than her child. He had stolen her memory, her very place in Sophia's heart. Sophia rose from her chair. I should go? Thank you for the tea. Anna watched helplessly. If she revealed herself now, would Sophia believe her, or would she see only the stranger her father had described? But as Sophia opened the door, she turned back, her eyes searching Anna's face. Strange, she said softly. I feel like I've met you before. Then she left, leaving Anna trembling in the quiet library. The next days consumed Anna. She moved through her library shifts mechanically, but her mind was elsewhere. Now that she had seen Sophia, nothing else mattered. The longing of 20 years burned inside her, but so did fear. If Mark was still alive, what would he do if he discovered Anna had found their daughter? She needed answers. Anna began by searching through public records, typing Sophia's full name into every database she could access. At first, she found little, just fragments. Enrollment at an international school in Zurich, an American university graduation list, a recent London address. It was as though someone had carefully erased most of her traces. Then she found him. Mark's name appeared in an old article about financial fraud in Switzerland. He had been arrested, released on bail, and then vanished. No conviction, no follow-up. But the article mentioned his alias, Martin Keller. Anna froze. That was the surname Sophia had given at the library meeting. Keller. Her father's shadow was still with her, shaping her very identity. Anna's hands shook as she dug deeper. If Mark had built a life under false names, Sophia might still be caught in his net. She feared what kind of man her daughter believed her father to be. One evening, Anna waited outside the office building where Sophia worked. When Sophia emerged, elegant in her tailored coat, Anna followed at a cautious distance. Sophia walked confidently through the city, but Anna noticed something strange. A man in a dark jacket trailed a few paces behind her. He wasn't casual. His eyes were fixed, his steps deliberate. Anna's pulse quickened. She watched as Sophia stopped at a cafe. The man lingered outside, pretending to read his phone. Without thinking, Anna approached Sophia inside. Sophia, she whispered urgently. Do you know that man outside? Sophia frowned, peering through the window. Which one? The one with the black jacket. He's been following you. Sophia's expression tightened, but she didn't look surprised. You shouldn't get involved, she said coldly. It's none of your business. Anna blinked. What do you mean? Who is he? Sophia stood abruptly. I have to go. She left the cafe quickly, slipping into the night. The man followed seconds later. Anna sat frozen. Something was terribly wrong. That night, she couldn't sleep. Memories of Mark returned, his threats, his violence, his obsession with control. Could it be that Sophia wasn't just working in finance? That Mark had drawn her into something darker? The next day, Anna gathered her courage and visited the flat address she had found under Sophia's name. It was a sleek apartment complex in Canary Wharf. She rang the buzzer. No answer. But in the lobby, on the wall of mailboxes, she saw it. S. Keller. She almost left, but then a door behind her opened. Sophia stepped in, carrying groceries. She froze when she saw Anna. "What are you doing here?" she asked sharply. Anna's throat went dry. I wanted to see you. To talk. Please, don't shut me out. There are things you don't know. Things about your father." Sophia's eyes hardened. "Don't speak about him. Ever." Her tone was final, but beneath it Anna sensed something else, fear. Before Anna could reply, a phone buzzed in Sophia's pocket. She answered quickly, turned pale, and without a word, rushed past Anna into the elevator. Anna stood there, trembling. The faint echo of Sophia's voice on the phone still rang in her ears. "Yes, father. I understand." Anna staggered out of the apartment lobby, her chest tight. She had heard it clearly. Father. After 20 years, the man who had destroyed her life was still alive, still in control of her daughter. That night, Anna pored over everything she knew about Mark. He had reinvented himself many times. Businessman, investor, family man. Now, he was hiding in London under the name Keller. If Sophia was still loyal to him, Anna feared the worst. But there was something else, something that gnawed at her. Sophia had looked afraid when she answered that call. Afraid, not obedient. That fear gave Anna hope. The next evening, Anna returned to the cafe where she had seen the man in the black jacket. She waited for hours, watching faces, scanning movements. And then she saw him again. The same man, hovering near the financial district. He wasn't following Sophia this time. He was watching the building. Anna's instincts screamed. Whoever he wasn't random. Gathering courage, she approached him. "Excuse me," she said, feigning casualness. "Do you know the time?" The man's eyes flicked to her, sharp, assessing. 7:30, he muttered before walking away briskly. But in that moment, Anna noticed something. The earpiece in his ear, quickly tucked beneath his collar. He wasn't just a stalker. He was surveillance. The next day, Anna made a decision. If no one else would help her, she would go to the police herself. She walked into a London precinct, clutching her folder of documents, old reports, newspaper clippings, Sophia's photo. She told her story from the beginning. The abduction, the closed investigation, her recent discovery. The officers listened politely, but skepticism clouded their faces. 20 years was a long time. No evidence of danger, no confirmed crimes. "Ma'am," one officer said gently, "we can't open a case on a hunch. If your daughter is an adult now, her choices are her own." Anna left in despair. But as she walked out, another man, plain clothes, leaning against the wall, intercepted her. "Mrs. Harris?" he asked softly, using her maiden name. Anna stiffened. "Yes, who are you?" He flashed a discreet badge. "Interpol. Detective Erickson. We've been tracking Mark Keller for years. Financial crimes, smuggling, laundering money through shell companies. He's on our watch list. We know he has a daughter, but we didn't know where she was until now." Anna's pulse quickened. "You mean you believe me?" Erickson nodded grimly. "Yes, but if your daughter is connected to him, she may be in danger, or part of his network. We don't know which. That's why we've been watching." The man in the black jacket. It all made sense now. Anna felt a cold dread. She's innocent. She doesn't know what he's done. He lied to her, told her I abandoned her. Erickson's expression softened. "Then you have one chance to prove it. We need her cooperation to bring him down. Without her, he'll disappear again." Anna clutched the photo of Sophia in her hands. "I'll make her believe me, whatever it takes." That night, she returned to Sophia's apartment. When Sophia opened the door, annoyed, Anna didn't hesitate. She stepped inside, her eyes burning. "I am your mother," she whispered. "I never left you. He stole you from me. And if you don't believe me, I'll show you the proof." Sophia's face went pale, her breath catching. For a long moment, silence hung between them. Then, in a voice trembling with both fury and pain, she whispered back, "You don't understand. He's already watching us both." The words hung heavy in the air. He's already watching us both. Anna's breath caught. She reached for Sophia's hand, but her daughter pulled away, pacing the apartment nervously, checking the windows, lowering her voice to a whisper. "You don't know what he's capable of," Sophia said, trembling. My whole life. He made sure I trusted only him. He moved us from country to country. He told me my mother left because she didn't care. He showed me photos of women who died because they betrayed their families. I believed him. I had to. Anna's chest ached. Sophia, none of that was true. I searched for you every day. He poisoned your mind against me. Sophia stopped pacing. Her eyes glistened. I wanted to believe you were out there. But every time I asked, he grew violent. He said if I ever tried to find you, he'd kill you first. Anna pulled out the folder of old police reports and newspaper clippings. She spread them across the table. The abduction report, the photo of Sophia at 3, her desperate appeals to the press. Sophia's hands shook as she picked them up one by one. Tears welled in her eyes. It's true, she whispered. You really did look for me. Anna's own tears fell. She reached out again, and this time, Sophia didn't pull away. They embraced, a mother and daughter finally reunited after 20 years of lies. But the moment was cut short. Sophia's phone buzzed on the counter. She looked at the screen and went pale. Father. She declined the call immediately, tossing the phone aside. He'll know something's wrong, she whispered. He tracks everything. He has men everywhere. Anna steadied her. Listen to me. Interpol is watching him. They want your help to bring him down. If we work with them, you can finally be free of him. Sophia shook her head violently. You don't understand. He doesn't forgive betrayal. If he even suspects I've spoken to you. She stopped, choking on the thought. Anna gripped her shoulders. Then we do it carefully, quietly, together. For the first time, Sophia looked at her with something more than fear, hope. The next day, Anna arranged a secret meeting with Detective Erickson from Interpol. Sophia insisted they meet in a crowded marketplace, away from cameras. They sat in a small cafe corner, the buzz of voices covering their whispers. Erickson leaned forward. Sophia, we need everything you know. Names, accounts, locations. Anything that ties him to his network. One statement from you, and we can open a case strong enough to arrest him. Sophia's hands trembled as she stirred her tea. He controls offshore accounts, shell companies in Cyprus, Dubai, Singapore. I was trained to handle the transfers. He said it was family business. I never had a choice. Erickson's eyes sharpened. That's enough to start. But then Sophia lowered her voice, glancing around nervously. There's something else. He's planning to leave London. Soon. He doesn't trust this city anymore. He said we'd vanish again. This time, he wants me to take his place. To run everything if something happens to him. Anna's stomach turned cold. Mark wasn't just using Sophia. He was grooming her to inherit his empire of crime. Erickson spoke urgently. Then we have to move fast. If he disappears now, we'll never find him again. Sophia, will you testify against him? Sophia's face hardened. Fear and determination warred in her eyes. She looked at Anna, her mother, for strength. Finally, she nodded. Yes, I'll do it. But you must promise. He can never reach her again. Anna squeezed her hand. He won't. Not this time. But even as the words left her lips, she felt a chill crawl down her spine. Somewhere in the crowd outside, a man with a camera phone was watching them. He lowered the device, made a brief call, and walked away. Mark already knew. The following days unfolded like a nightmare. Sophia had agreed to testify, but Mark's shadow pressed closer with every hour. Anna felt it in the way strangers lingered too long near her street, in the anonymous calls that went silent the moment she answered, in the unease that gripped Sophia whenever her phone buzzed. One night, Anna woke to the sound of glass breaking downstairs. She froze, listening. The library flat she lived in was dark, silent, until footsteps creaked across the wooden floor. Her heart pounded. She grabbed the small lamp from her bedside table and tiptoed to the hallway. A tall figure stood in the gloom, rifling through her desk drawers. When he turned, the lamplight caught his face. Hard, familiar. It wasn't Mark, but one of his men. Before Anna could scream, he raised a finger to his lips. If you want your daughter to live, he hissed, you'll tell her to stop speaking to the police. Then he slipped out the window as silently as he had come. Anna collapsed, shaking. She called Erickson immediately. He listened carefully, then said, this confirms it. He knows. But it also means he's desperate. If he wanted her under control, he wouldn't be sending threats. He'd be pulling her out. He's cornered. The next day, Erickson arranged a safe house for Anna and Sophia. They were moved at night, escorted by unmarked cars, taken to a quiet house outside London. For the first time in weeks, Anna thought they might finally be safe. But Sophia wasn't at peace. She sat by the window, restless, her eyes scanning the empty countryside. "He won't stop," she whispered. "He always finds us. Always." Anna tried to reassure her, but deep down, she knew Sophia was right. Mark's power wasn't just money, it was fear. 2 nights later, Erickson arrived with urgent news. "We've traced one of his accounts. He's moving money out tonight. It could be our only chance to catch him in person. But we'll need Sophia to confirm the transfer. She's the only one who knows the codes." Sophia stiffened. "You want me to set him up?" "It's the only way," Erickson said quietly. "If he vanishes again, you'll never be free." Anna grabbed Sophia's hand. "We do this together. We end it." That evening, the plan was set. Sophia logged into the secure banking portal from a laptop in the safe house, under Erickson's supervision. She entered the codes, just as she had countless times before under her father's watch. A notification appeared, funds transferring. A trap. At the exact moment the system confirmed the transaction, Interpol teams moved on Mark's known location, an exclusive club in Mayfair. Anna and Sophia waited, tense, clinging to each other. Then Erickson's phone rang. He answered, his expression grim. "He's not there. The club is empty." Sophia's blood drained from her face. He knew. Suddenly, the house lights cut out. Darkness swallowed the room. A car engine roared outside. Anna's heart seized. Erickson drew his weapon, barking orders to the agents. "Stay down." A voice echoed through the night, amplified by a megaphone, chillingly familiar. "Anna. Sophia. Come outside. You've hidden long enough." Anna clutched her daughter's hand, terror flooding her veins. After 20 years, the man who had stolen everything was here. And this time, he wasn't running. The night air was razor-sharp. Through the shattered silence, Mark's voice carried like a curse. "Come out, Anna. You've had my daughter long enough. She's mine." Sophia froze, clutching her mother's arm. "He'll kill us both," she whispered. Interpol agents crouched near the windows, weapons ready. Erickson's voice was calm but firm. "Stay inside. He wants fear. Don't give it to him." But Anna knew Mark too well. He wouldn't leave without a show of power. She rose slowly, ignoring Erickson's protests, and stepped toward the door. "If he wants me, I'll face him." Sophia grabbed her hand desperately. "No." Anna squeezed back. "Listen to me. He's fed you lies your whole life. But the truth is here, now. You're stronger than him." With that, she opened the door. Mark stood in the driveway, older but no less terrifying, his once handsome face lined and hardened, his sharp eyes glinting with madness. He held no weapon, just his presence, commanding, dangerous. "Anna," he said, almost tenderly, 20 years, and you still chase ghosts. I raised her. She's mine." Anna's voice trembled, but she stood tall. "You didn't raise her. You imprisoned her." Sophia stepped outside then, defiant despite her shaking. "Stop lying, father. I know everything. About the money, the crimes, about her." She looked at Anna, tears spilling. "My mother." Mark's mask cracked. Fury twisted his face. "You ungrateful child," he spat. "Without me, you'd be nothing. You think she cares? She abandoned you." "No," Sophia whispered. "You stole me." The air tensed like a drawn bowstring. Mark lunged forward, but a gunshot split the night. He staggered, clutching his side, and fell to the ground. Behind him stood Detective Erickson, weapon smoking, agents swarming. In seconds, Mark was restrained, his empire shattered with him. Anna rushed to Sophia, holding her as the chaos roared around them. For the first time, her daughter leaned fully into her embrace. "It's over," Anna whispered. "He can't hurt us anymore." But as dawn broke hours later, and Mark was dragged away in handcuffs, Erickson pulled Anna aside. His expression was troubled. We checked his phone. He was recording the whole encounter, streaming it live to his network. Every word Sophia spoke, every admission about the accounts, was sent to his people. She wasn't just a witness now, she was marked as a traitor. Anna's stomach dropped. "What does that mean?" "It means," Erickson said grimly, "the man is gone, but the network lives. They'll come for her. Maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow. But she'll never truly be safe." Anna looked at Sophia through the glass of the interrogation room, her daughter sitting alone, exhausted yet radiant with freedom. For the first time in 2 decades, they were together. And in that moment, Anna made a choice. When Sophia emerged, Anna took her hand firmly. We're leaving. New names, new lives. They won't find us. This time, we disappear. Sophia's lips curved into a faint, hopeful smile. As the sun rose over London, mother and daughter walked away from the wreckage of their past. Not free, not safe, but together, bound not by fear, but by the truth that had finally set them free. And somewhere in the distance, a shadow watched, silent and patient. The game was not over.